commenting right here on Twitch. Thank you all for all the support that we've gotten, just not on these matches, but in the Schmoedown in general. And a huge shout out to Jenny Lawson 78 and JMA 80 for all their gifting of subs. Twitch Prime, join it right now. You might already be able to do a free month if you have Amazon Prime. Whole lot of cool added benefits. And Christian, when you look at the context of this match in particular, you have two people who I think maybe weren't getting the star that they think they deserve. They felt overshadowed in some way or another, but here in this tournament, like you alluded to, they have shown what their true destiny is. One of them could be winning a championship.
Look, you're absolutely right, because if you rewind to Star Wars Celebration last year, we saw both Mollie, Damon, and Andrew Dimalanta debut in the same match with Laura Kelly. And we found 3 new Star Wars stars inside of that. And they all had the same thing, including Mollie Damon, who was married to the Star Wars champion. They all wanted to take the belt from this guy. But Andrew Dimalanta, and I said this today, there's a thing that Andrew Dimalanta has right now. They call him the hunter for a reason. He's hunting for that championship. He is hungry. I've seen it before in Smets and in Rachel Cushing and in Bateman. I've seen that look before. He seems to have that eye of the tiger right now. But Mollie Damon just knows so much. I don't know, Mark. There's so much that I just see this match. This could be another sudden death. You look at what happened with Dimalanta and Scrimshaw in that match, sudden death. That could happen again today.
There's just so many wires being crossed in my head right now, Christian. I mean, you hear Mollie Damon, I think Matt Damon, Goodwill Hunting. You think hunting, I think Andrew Dimalanta. Hunting season, is it open or is Mollie Damon about to close it? That's a Van Damme reference. Those questions will not be asked today. It's for a galaxy far, far away. But, Christian, it is not just a matchup of wills, of knowledge, of know-how. When it comes to these competitors, there's also some managerial and faction shaken up that could be happening today.
Well, yeah, so the current standings as we have them today, you will see the Finstock Exchange is leading the charge. They have, I think, 22 points. 22 points at the moment.
My favorite number.
There is the standings at the moment. The Finstock Exchange with 22 points. And Swag in second place with 16. Obviously, you have Andres Cabrera, who's going to be competing next week to try to build on that lead. But the usual suspects quietly trying to climb out of the lower tier there. And Sam Levine has been making moves. Sam Levine went and made sure he traded Ken Knapsack. Seems to be the right choice. Ken looked a little shaky last week, lost the match, and Mollie Damon won her match. So it seemed like Sam's making the right move. So Sam with a big win here. 3 points gets him in 4th place. And even with Nugget, gets him into 4th place, and that's a big win here if they can do it. And it stops the bleeding of the Exchange continuing to rack up points, as you see them with a big 6-point lead right now over Swag.
Yeah, and Christian, I got to think, even for factions like the Burning Droogs or the Quirky Mercs or the Rockstars, as much as they may not want to see another faction leapfrog them, I think everybody else is rooting against the Finstock Exchange, because any more points in the Finstock Exchange, they can just really start to run away with this thing like a juiced-up bicyclist winning the Tour de France. If not, then there is still competition left, at least getting to that 4th and maybe even 3rd or 2nd slot in the standings.
Yeah, and another way that they'll be able to win some more points, if you didn't know already, over on YouTube, we've already started airing the Inner Geekdom Tournament. Few matches are going to be airing, and if you're a patron, you'll get this match. Eric Zipper and Emily the Rose Jacobson. That's already up for patrons right now. If you join patreon.com/Schmoedown, you can get that match today. And then on Friday, look at this big matchup. The rematch, but this time it's in the Inner Geekdom. Former singles champion, primetime Paul Oyama, goes up against former friend and newfound rival, the Cobra, Chance Ellison. So the corruption really making a play here. And speaking of Patreon, today, if you want to be with the winners in the group at the very end and ask some questions, video questions, you can. All $10 patrons can have an opportunity to get the StreamYard link and come in and ask the winner and the winning manager a question.
But yeah, you know, it's been so much fun, Chris. You get to interact with the fans, and they chime in. Fans come in, they ask great questions, and then they take off to allow for another fan. It's just a really well-oiled machine here on Twitch. I don't know why we didn't discover this gold before, but we're here now. I don't know if she's ready. I'm ready, and you're ready. I think it's about time to get this baby on the road.
I am ready. I want to see how we got here today because there's a lot of story between these two. Here we go.
That 0-2 record, I've said it before, does not represent me and my Star Wars knowledge, so I'm ready to get it going today.
What did Darth Vader say the only thing that could destroy him was?
Luke's hatred.
And Joseph?
Luke.
That is correct. 1 point apiece.
Yeah, I would like to challenge that.
And your winner, ladies and gentlemen, Andrew the Hot Dimalanta. Do you have a preference on who you play?
You asked me this before. I don't care.
Mollie! Damon!
Now she's tasted the victory, Christian. She knows how sweet it is.
I've got that win under my belt, so now I'm like, okay, now I really want this.
There's been talk of the Dimalanta-Damon match for a while, but now it is Dimalanta-Mollie-Damon.
Not the Damon I was looking for, but if I could go through a Damon to get to Alex Damon, then so be it. I have nothing but respect for you, Mollie. We faced each other in Chicago at Celebration, and you did very well. If this were any other Star Wars match, I'd probably be rooting for you. But this is my time.
I know how bad Dimalanta wants to win this thing. We all know how bad he wants to win. It's all he talks about.
Are you guys listening? The passion and the hunger is still here. I am not done with what I'm doing.
You saw what he did to Joseph Scrimshaw.
So he had a perfect game against Scrimshaw. If he wants to keep winning based on technicalities, I don't think that's going to work out.
She's already gotten over the first round, and now she's ready to make her stand in the Star Wars division.
Both of us go perfect. I mean, we'll go all night if we have to. Because when I'm done here, I'll be one step closer to taking that belt out of the background of all the Star Wars Explained videos and having it front and center for Beyond the Schmoedown.
Dimalanta keeps saying he wants to play Damon for the belt. He's got to go through me first.
I'm going to go to the final. I'm going to meet Alex, and that is the ultimate goal. Let's continue the hunt.
I want that belt. First thing I would do, like Christian, change the belt. I don't really like that one.
Tell ya, I love that little tag there by Andrew Dimalanta. Let's continue the hunt. Well, continuing the hunt is going to happen, and man, what an absolute battle we're about to have here between the usual suspects and the Finstock Exchange. Let's talk to both managers here. The manager of the usual suspects, Schmoedown legend, former commissioner, and former teams champion and singles champion. First person to ever be double belted and defend the belts. He's a Hall of Famer. We know this. Enough praising to this guy, but he deserves it. It is Sam Levine, the Inglorious One. Hello, Sam. How you doing?
I'm wonderful, Christian. Thank you yet again for a very sweet intro. I don't deserve it.
Oh, you should. Someone who I don't like to intro because I never know what he's going to say, and it would probably get us yanked off the air. So here he is. He is the manager of the Finstock Exchange. He goes by many names. Today I call him Imbecile. He is Bobby Gucci. Hello, Bobby Gucci.
Hey, guys. I just got back from a 46-mile bike ride to the Gucci store in Rodeo, and just got back now for the match. Feeling good about myself. Feeling good about our chances here.
Well, I mean, you should. I mean, when you look at what the Finstock Exchange has done, and look, even Sam Levine has been on backstage talking about how you guys have been loaded from the top and the points that you have gotten. But, Sam, you have to also give credit that the fact that a lot of the points that they have from this faction comes from people that he drafted, and not the people that necessarily the Dan Merles and the Rokas and
Sure.
those who haven't played. So, do you give Gucci any credit for being a good manager?
You know,
No.
even a broken clock is right twice a day. I don't know what to tell you.
That's fair. How are you feeling today about your chances with Dimalanta and Mollie?
I feel so good. Mollie and I have been in constant contact since our last match. I know what she's been working on. I am so proud of her. I am so impressed every time we talk, and she catches me up on what's been going on the studying end. I'm blown away by her commitment to knowledge in the Star Wars universe, and I am so confident, and I feel so good about her in this match.
Sam, what's the last thing that you tell somebody like Mollie Damon? Because we see a lot of Schmoedown competitors really get hyped up before a match, but she always seems cool, calm, collected, normal, heart rate, the pulse is not going off the charts. So do you tell her anything to try to hype her up, or is it just, hey, you know how to play this game, do your thing?
Yeah, it's more of that. I just say, hey, have fun. You know, it's going to be fun. You know so much about this, and enjoy yourself. Enjoy flexing your Star Wars trivia knowledge. So yeah.
See how much you flex.
Gooch. So
Yes.
look, man, you guys 6-point lead right now, sitting pretty on top of first.
I'm more impressed by Dimalanta right now in the tournament.
Because of the wins from Barbarian and Dimalanta, you know, you guys have
Mollie
been
having
moving
Alex
up
there,
and
man.
continuing to do that. You've been in first since the
She
beginning of
better
the year here. Does Mollie Damon, because of what she knows, she's the Star Wars champion's wife, but you see what she did last week in that match, or 2 weeks ago against Adam Witt. There's got to be a little bit of nervousness here going into this match.
Well, let me tell you something here. You know, look, Sam Levine, I played Sam Levine twice in real life. He beat me in a free-for-all, and he beat me in a #1 contender match. And you know, and he's beat me as a manager, but when he as a player. But that was his time. He was far superior than me in that realm. But now he's entered my universe. This is a different story. This is where I'm superior. That's what I'm saying.
Tom, I want to hear you say something about this. Last match that you had in the world of Star Wars, challenges played a huge role. So from that time to now, have you done any studying? Have you done any prep in the world of a galaxy far, far away? Because a manager might need to know what to challenge and what not to challenge.
Oh, that's fair. I mean, you just look at your player's face and his expressions. And that's exactly what I understood from Andrew. Once Scrimshaw gave that answer, he was like, you know, you saw it in his face. And that's exactly what happened. And once that happened, boom, I press the button, we get there, we take the win. Look.
Okay, so I'm hearing you did not watch any Star Wars movies.
No, I've watched a lot. But look, the Finstock Exchange, we cultivate an aura of mystery. We cultivate an aura of intrigue. But most of all, we cultivate an aura of winning.
All right,
Christian, you didn't watch any Star Wars movies.
No, not one.
Yeah, I've been watching plenty of them.
Is that true?
That is true.
You know what? If you're making if Rachel's becoming a baseball fan, then I believe that you're becoming a Star Wars fan. All right, so I'm gonna drop both of you guys out of here. Good luck, gentlemen. And we're about to begin here, so let's remove both of these characters. Mark, it's set up. We're pretty ready. How about you?
The manager seemed hyped up. I know Dimalanta's
No,
ready to
hurry
go
up, I'm
hunting.
getting
One
drunk.
Mollie's been fed and is taking a nap. The other one is hungry and looking for a big win here today. Let's get it on.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the movie trivia Schmoedown. Introducing first.
Playing guard.
Representing
5'6".
the usual suspects.
The usual suspects.
With a record
Mollie Damon.
1 win, 2 defeats in the Star Wars division. She is Magic Mollie Damon. Mollie Damon, what an entrance! That's impressive to do on digital. Mollie, this is a big match, as you said in your promo there, that you know how much Dimalanta wants it. You guys have had conversations before about how much he wants it. Is it going up against someone like Andrew Dimalanta? How do you approach it, knowing of how bad he wants it right now? Do you let that get into your head, or you just say, look, I'm just going to play my game the way I'm going to play it?
No, I know we both know a ton about Star Wars, and, you know, him having that perfect game, that doesn't bother me at all. I mean, I live with the current champion. I hear him spout off about how much he knows all the time, so I'm used to it.
Mollie, I know you're probably used to all the Star Wars trivia going back and forth, but preparing for a match like this, I asked your manager about your cool, calm, collected nature. Is there any sort of superstition, any sort of maybe good luck trinket that you have nearby that kind of helps you get through those tough moments?
I did, in my last game, I was wearing a really old pair of sweatpants, and I'm wearing them again, so I guess if I keep winning and we have a live event, I'm going to be in some ratty sweatpants.
Well,
Makes two of us.
Yeah, and a correction on my end. Mollie is 1-1. Mollie is 1 win and 1 defeat, not 1.
Damn it, Christian!
My apologies.
This is live.
1-1. 1-1. All right, Mollie. So we're gonna set you in the waiting room here as we wait for your opponent. And her opponent. Representing the Finstock Exchange, with a record of 1 win and 2 defeats in the Star Wars division. He is Andrew the Hunter Dimalanta. Andrew Dimalanta, the Hunter. Let's get ready to hunt. Let's continue. He said, Andrew, look, man, I know how hungry you've been. I know how excited you've been for this. You finally get a Damon. And this is the first time, as you said, in your promo. You know, this is not maybe the Damon you were looking for originally, but she has certainly proved herself as knowledgeable with a great win. How are you feeling going into this match against Mollie?
I'm feeling great. Been the same kind of preparation as I've always been, and I've been looking forward to facing at least some kind of Damon in this tournament. But yeah, I like my odds, and I like how I'm feeling.
You know, Andrew, as I look at your focus in your eyes, and then I also glance at the chat, I see a lot of people are here for the first time. Welcome, newcomers. This is Star Wars. If you, Andrew, were to introduce yourself based on your mentality going into this match, what Star Wars character would you compare yourself to?
That's an excellent question. I think my intensity would be probably Kylo Ren at this point, just because I'm so determined to do what needs to be done and what I think needs to be done. But yeah, that's an excellent question. So right now, probably mentality, probably Kylo Ren.
Right now, this is Twitch, so we just can't have you pull Kylo Ren and take your shirt off like Last Jedi. But other than that, I get the comparison.
The other thing I was going to ask you, Andrew, before we start the match here, too, is that, like you said last week, that the monkey was kind of off your back because you finally got that victory inside of the division.
And a good victory.
There is still a lot of pressure, obviously, no matter anybody who competes, because you want to try to keep your faction in it.
Game.
You guys are in first now by 6 points.
Schmoedown history.
Is there something there also besides just the win to make it to the finals? Is there something also an added pressure of, look, if I win here today, you have almost potentially a 10-point, almost a 10-point lead here. How are you feeling about the pressure being on the Finstock Exchange? Does it help motivate you? What's the thought process?
I mean, exactly that. Any kind of pressure has always motivated me, not in just the Schmoedown, but in like other sports that I've competed in over my life. But right now, I'm not really focused on making points. Right now, just focused on what I've been doing to prepare for this match and what I can do to win this match.
All right. Well, thank you to Andrew Dimalanta. We're going to bring in both Mollie and Andrew. Here we go, Mark. It is the Schmoedown semifinals. First match of the semifinals. Andrew the Hunter Dimalanta against Mollie, Magic Mollie Damon. How do the rules of round number 1 go?
Time to shine one more time. The rules of round number 1 are as follows. 10 questions in the world of the Star Wars galaxy. In round number 1, each question's worth 1 point. No penalty for missing a question, and there is no stealing. In round number 1, although there might be some in subsequent rounds. I'll remind each competitor you have 3 usages of the JTE rule throughout the duration of the match. If you're not sure you heard a question right, you want to buy yourself another 15 seconds to get that answer or use the JTE rule. You also each have 1 challenge to be initiated by you, but must be confirmed and ratified by your manager in order to go through. Once we ask you a question, you have 15 seconds to write down your best attempt at an answer. Once we ask you by name to reveal your answer, please show what you wrote to your camera. At the same same time you verbalize your answer into the microphone. All right, Christian, I think the rules are great as they always are. I'm ready to go. The competitors are clearly focused. It all comes down to you, Harloff. You ready to go?
Andrew, are you ready?
Ready.
Molly, are you ready?
Let's do this.
I'm ready.
Then let's get ready to Schmoedown. First round, round number one, question number one. Here we go. In Revenge of the Sith. In Revenge of the Sith, Obi-Wan says that only a Sith deals in what?
Yeah, Christian, at this point, we should remind everybody participating in the chat, we love your comments, but don't try to answer the questions. You're going to have to...
Absolute.
Yeah, you can answer them in your head.
4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down, please. Andrew.
Absolute.
Yes. Molly.
Absolute.
Yes, that is correct. All right. So let us now get to question number 2, Mark.
We move to The Force Awakens, Episode 7, and your question. At the end of The Force Awakens, besides R2-D2, who travels to Ahch-To the Island with Rey to find Luke?
It's not Ralph Biscuits.
Oh, I thought you were going to correct my... Is
Chewbacca.
Ahch-To or Atch?
Ahch-To.
You should have put another L.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, please. And Molly.
Chewbacca.
Yes. Andrew.
Chewie.
There we go. Okay, question number 3. The Empire Strikes Back. Who is C-3PO talking to when he says, I'm standing here in pieces, and you're having delusions of grandeur?
Excited about the baseball, Christian? Coming back?
I am. I'm
game season?
Yeah, I'm excited about it. We'll see a rhythm.
Maybe we go to a game?
What's that?
Maybe we go to a game?
R2-D2?
Sure, I'll go with you. We went to a 4. Angels 5. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, and Andrew.
R2-D2.
Yes. Molly.
R2-D2.
3, 3. 3, 3. All right, next question, Mark.
That's right, the match starting off the way we thought it would. Your next category, kids, is the Clone Wars. On what planet does the film's opening battle take place? And I am joined by a planet who is actually canon in Star Wars right over there.
Thank you. Yeah.
You ever remind your kids of that?
5, yes. 4,
Christophus?
2,
I don't know how to spell it.
1. Pens down, Molly.
Christophsis.
Yes. And Andrew.
Christophus.
Yes. Okay. 4, 4. Back and forth we go. Here is question number 5. Rogue One. What was Galen Erso's nickname for Jin?
Good question. I thought you were going to say what was his nickname in high school.
Gotta give props to the writing team, PJ Campbell and crew. I watched this and thought of this question, and they had written it. 5,
Stardust.
3, 2, 1. Pens down, and Andrew.
Stardust.
It is. Molly.
Stardust.
5-5 tie game midway through here, Mark. Next question.
All right, your next question is in the best Star Wars movie ever created, Return of the Jedi. And your question is simple. Who directed Return of the Jedi? You know, you see in that poster, Dimalanta's got Revenge of the Jedi, that hint of it. I know it's not what a Jedi does. It's a pretty cool name.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down, please. Molly.
Richard Marquand.
Yes. Andrew.
Richard Marquand.
Yes. Okay. So now we see ourselves with a 6-6 game as we get to our next question. The Rise of Skywalker. The Rise of Skywalker. Episode 9. In The Rise of Skywalker, who says, we had each other. That's how we won.
Is that your most recent Star Wars watch, Christian? I think it is for me.
Now, Rogue One.
Lando.
Oh, yeah, you did see Rogue One. Did you text the writers? That question?
No, 4. I was going to. 3, 2, 1. Hands down, Andrew.
Lando.
Yes. And Molly.
Lando.
Wow, 7-7. 7-7. Exactly what we thought this could be, Mark, as we get to our next question, question number 8.
That's right, and I guess
Richard
we've made it
Mark
far enough
won.
along in the match to let everybody know if each
I knew it
competitor
wasn't
gets
George Lucas.
another 3 correct questions, you get a bonus round question. It's also worth a point, but we'll get there when we get there. Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, is your next category. What is the name of the club that Anakin and Obi-Wan eventually disarm Zam Wesell in?
The name of the club. I don't know.
That's
The
right.
nightclub.
Nightclubs have names in Star Wars.
I never even thought to look that
4,
up.
3, 2, 1. Pens down, Molly.
The Outlander Club?
Yes.
The Outlander Club.
Here you go. So 8, 8, 8.
Wow.
Next question.
Wow.
Question number 9. This is from Solo, a Star Wars story. After being expelled from the Flight Academy, we find Han is now a mud trooper caught in a battle on what planet?
Minbin.
Mud Trooper can mean a lot of things, Christian.
It's a kid's show. And 5, 4, 3,
Minbin.
1. Pens down, Andrew.
Minban.
And Molly.
Minban.
Yes. Okay. Next question we have, Mark, number 10. If both get it correct, both will get the bonus. Here we go.
Here we go. This is it. Star Wars Episode 4, later called A New Hope. And your question. Luke says his father didn't fight in the Clone Wars, but had been led to believe instead his father was a navigator on what type of ship? Good deep cut from the OG, the one that started it all. Hello there.
We're going to have to earn it here. So we get
Spice
to
Freighter?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, pens down, please. And Molly for the perfect round?
Spice Freighter.
Yes. And Andrew?
Spice Freighter.
Perfect for both. Perfect for both. So we're going to still play the exact same way that we have been playing. You guys will write on your whiteboard, and we have a bonus question. You're going to get 20 seconds for this bonus question. 20 seconds. So I will do the clock here myself. 20 seconds. In how many theatrically released films does Yoda make an appearance on screen? 20 seconds.
Try to do it here. Okay, now we got 15. It's the first time I've ever done this much counting.
And 5. And
7.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, please, and we start with Andrew.
7.
Yes, Molly.
8.
Missed it. 7 is the correct answer. We're looking for Phantom Menace, Clones, Clone Wars, Revenge of the Sith, Empire, Return of the Jedi, and
9 out of 10.
Last
The last
Jedi.
one was a bonus, so I wasn't.
Alright, now here we go. Okay.
That's it, baby. That's it for round number 1, and now we move on to round number 2. Chris, we're going to welcome the managers back in. The managers will get a chance to consult with their client / competitor before we get going, but I'll just go ahead and explain the rules of round number 2 as we see Magic Mollie Damon trailing Andrew the Hunter Dimalanta by 1 as we now enter the wheel round. The Wheel of Destiny, Fate, it's Star Wars, we'll call it Destiny. Each competitor gets a spin on the wheel. If you don't like your first spin, you are allowed to have a mulligan, which is golf re-spin. Once you settle on a category, you're going to be asked 5 questions from that corner of the Star Wars galaxy. Each question is worth 2 points. No penalty for missing a question. There is no stealing. No, there is stealing in round number 2. So if you miss a question, your opponent can steal the points. If you need help answering, just ask us for multiple choice. We'll give you 4 options, one of which is the correct answer. At that point, the value of the question goes down to 1. Christian, to my knowledge, we still have all the JTE rules and the challenges intact. So I guess Andrew Dimalanta is going to have first spin if he wants it. That's his decision.
Well, we're going to drop both Sam and Molly out for a moment here. We're going to give Gucci 60 seconds to talk to his competitor to decide what he wants to do, starting now.
first of all, but pinpoint accuracy, beautifully done. Just like we said, let's take care of business. You know what to do.
Yep. We're gonna go first.
You're gonna go first. All right. So Andrew is gonna go first. Gonna drop out Gucci. Actually, no, keep Gucci in here, and let's spin that wheel.
Let's go.
Okay.
Round and round it goes. I wonder if mixed bags is going to be a popular wedge. Oh, it's the movie.
Return of the Jedi. So Andrew, you got a chance to. You have 60 seconds to discuss with Tom if you want to keep it or not. Starting now.
AD.
Yep. We discussed it. Let's take it.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you. So we're going to drop Gucci out, and we're going to bring Mollie in. All right. All right. So we're going to get 5 questions from Return of the Jedi. Andrew, you're Jedi. Andrew, you ready?
Ready.
Here you go. First one. What is the code name of the Imperial shuttle the rebels used to land on the forest moon of Endor?
Tidarium.
Tidarium.
Can you spell it?
Tydirin.
It's incorrect. Mollie?
Should I write it down? Tidarium.
Tidarium.
I said Tidarium.
No, you did not. You said Tidarium. 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 You're coming in. Gucci's coming in.
I said Tidarium.
Yes, he did. And first, yes.
He did not say Tidarium to start. He did not. That's why I asked you to spell it. He did not say.
Okay, let me ask you something here, though. He should have at least got a whiteboard to spell it and think it out, rather than just off the top of his head with the spelling.
All right,
We didn't need the correct spelling start to finish. We just needed to know what he said because it's hard to distinguish N from M. And so when we asked him to spell it, he spelled it closing with an N, which is incorrect,
I
instead
would've
of an
got that
M,
right.
which is correct.
I spelled it
That's all.
That's fair, but what I'm saying is you should have let him put it on a whiteboard, not just spell it in his head. I think that gives I don't know.
He still had an N in. He still
It
had.
doesn't make a difference. If he's looking at it differently, he might have put the N.
He got it wrong.
Do you want a challenge or no?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, so
You lost his challenge.
We're gonna make a phone call here. We're gonna make a phone call.
Graphic.
We'll put you in a second.
He got it wrong. Gucci shouldn't have challenged. Star Wars weakness. It's an M, not an N. I would have spelled it wrong, but I would have got the M, the most important one, right? Thanks.
the challenge, Mark. Go ahead.
That's right, we were in hyperspace for a challenge, and a worthy challenge it was, because the question was, can we award the 2 points to Andrew Dimalanta because he said Tiberian? We asked for spelling for clarification. To get that last, did you say N or M? That is what the challenge and a correct answer hinged on, and unfortunately, Andrew Dimalanta said N is what he was going with to spell it, not M. It's just that close. It's unfortunate, but that's the way that this game
Cookies
works.
crumble.
Yeah, it wasn't a spelling thing. It was just to make sure, because when he said it originally, that's why I asked him to spell it as opposed to, just outright saying no, because I wanted to make sure that it was, I heard the N.
I wish my video quit lagging.
And he then spelled it with an N. So we're going to not be able to award him the 2 points on there. So we're going to move to the second question here. Second question. Andrew, here is your second question in Return of the Jedi. According to the Emperor, what does he tell Darth Vader will be Luke's undoing?
It's compassion.
That's correct.
Oof.
Next question, question number 3. What language does Bosch speak when negotiating with Jabba?
Bees.
Correct. 2 more points. 10. Question number 4. During the attack on the main reactor of the Death Star, Lando told Wedge to go for the power regulator on what tower?
The North Tower.
Correct.
I would have got that one.
And for your last question, Return of the Jedi. What is C-3PO's first line of dialogue in Return of the Jedi? 20 seconds for this one.
Of course I'm worried, and you should be too. I know Parisian and
That's correct. That's correct. 2 more points. So,
Wow.
Andrew,
Christian,
come.
I gotta say this. After such a tough ruling going against the Hunter to kick off his round number 2, the fact that he just mows down the next 4 questions, no need for multiple choice, that's one of the more impressive things I've ever seen in a live
2
match.
for 3 on his.
That's absolutely right. Look, and again, it's a bummer of a call. I get it. I get the frustration, but it's be able to come back as a competitor and hit that. And now our score, as we see it at the moment, is Andrew 19, Mollie 12, and here we go. We're going to now drop Andrew out, bring in Sam, and here we go. Okay, so Sam, you got 60 seconds to talk to Mollie here, starting now.
Before she spins the wheel.
Yeah, you talked to her before.
Okay, cool. That sounds great. I am so proud of you. I didn't get a chance to talk to you immediately after the first round, but you got a perfect round. Bonus question could have gone either way. I thought it was 21 movies because I have no idea, so you were way closer, if that helps with your confidence.
Yeah, Star Wars and math are...
Yeah, don't worry about it. But that was a huge, huge, massive steal. It was just bad luck, and hey, sometimes the bad luck happens to you, happens against your opponent. That's just the way it happened today, so I'm thrilled that we capitalized on it. That is a huge steal, and you got this. I know you got this, so let's hit that wheel.
All right, so now we're going to get the wheel up there. Here is the first spin.
And then, big shout out to a Skewed_1 for gifting us some subs. Thank you, Skewed.
A New Hope. Sam, 60 seconds here, starting now.
What are you thinking?
Not my first choice, so I'm gonna respin.
Okay.
All right, here's the spin. Whatever we get here, we're going to take and bring Andrew back in. Phantom Menace.
All right, you got this.
All right, dropping Sam out, bringing Andrew back in. All right, here we go. So we're going to get 5 questions here in the world of the Phantom Menace, Mark.
That's right, Christian. Camped out 3 weeks to see this movie. Saw the Mummy, just slept overnight. Okay, Mollie, each question's worth 2 points. If you need multiple choice, value of the question goes down to 1. In The Phantom Menace, why did Obi-Wan suggest landing the Naboo Royal Starship on Tatooine?
Because it wasn't controlled by the Trade Federation.
5, 4.
Multiple choice.
Multiple choice it is. Is it A, it was protected by the Huts? B, it was free from the Trade Federation? C, it was the nearest planet? D, it gave him a good feeling?
B. It was B.
Protected by the Huts.
That is incorrect. Andrew Dimalanta, I'm going to give you your multiple choice options before you wager a guess. Was it A, it was protected by the Huts? B, it was free from the Trade Federation? C, it was the nearest planet? Or D, it gave him a good feeling?
Can you repeat the question?
Yeah,
I didn't do that once. Yes.
It won't, but that won't count because you're supposed to repeat it. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Why did Obi-Wan suggest landing the Naboo Royal Starship on Tatooine?
B.
B is correct. It's all about the Trade Federation. That's a huge 1-point steal for Andrew Dimalanta, Christian.
1 point. He gets one of those points back that he lost there against Mollie. So question number 2, Mark.
All right, this is in the world of the Phantom Menace for Mollie Damon. In the Phantom Menace, what model of hyperdrive generator was Qui-Gon looking for in order to repair the Nubian starship?
T-14.
T14.
Yes, it was, for 2 points.
2 more points. All right, Mark, question number 3.
All right, sticking with episode 1 and your question. What species is Darth Maul?
Zabrak.
He is Zabrak.
I would've got that.
And that's a subspecies. Zabrak is correct for 2 more points.
2 more points. Question number 3.
Thought he was a human with horns. All right.
Maybe I
This
should
is
start
going
pausing
to
this.
be question number 4. Mollie. How does Queen Amidala convince Boss Nass and the Gungans to help join in the Battle of Naboo?
She kneels and pleads for their help.
She gets down on her knees and begs.
That is correct. She humbles herself. It's her, not the decoy. And that is 2 more points for Mollie.
All right, so Mollie has an opportunity to tie the game here if she gets this next question correct.
And it's our last one in round number 2 before we head on to round number 3. Mollie, in episode 1, The Phantom Menace, who tries to convince Amidala to vote against Chancellor Valorum?
Palpatine?
Palpatine.
That is correct for 2 more points. And Christian, we got a pretty good ball game going into the last round.
Good ball game, tie game here. Andrew was able to steal one of those points back that he lost, but we see ourselves with a tie again. In the tie game going into round number 3. Mark, 20 to 20. 20 to 20 as we get into the 3rd round. Here we go.
It's interesting that scoreboard to 20 because we also have 20 categories in round number 3. We need a series of numbers from each competitor. These numbers can range from 1 to 20. We need 3 from each of you. You cannot pick the same numbers as your opponent. Each number corresponds to a different corner of movie, trivia, Schmoedown, know-how. Your first question is worth 2 points. Next one is worth 3 points. Last one, should we make it that far, is worth 5 big points. Mollie still retains her challenge alongside her manager, Sam Levine. And both competitors, Christian, have a number of JTE rules remaining.
That's true. All right, so we're going to start here. We're going to first get Andrew Dimalanta is the higher ranked player here, so he'll have an opportunity to give his 3 numbers first.
7, 11, and 18.
7, 11, 18 for Dimalanta and for Mollie.
6, 10, and 17.
All right, so Mollie's going to be going first. So, Finstock, you have 60 seconds to talk to Andrew starting now.
Great recovery, my man. Well done. Big steal. Huge steal, actually. Tied. Let's finish it off.
All right, so Sam Levine, 60 seconds to talk to Mollie starting now.
I'm literally going to say what he said. That was a huge steal by you in round 2 for 2 full points, not just 1 half point. So, atta girl. You got this. You got all your JTEs. We have our challenge. anything sounds weird to you or me, I'm going to throw that flag up. And this is it. It's a tie ball game, which we kind of assumed it would be going into this round. So let's do it.
All right. So here we go, guys. So we're going to start here with Mollie Damon, who chose category number 6. Thank you, Sam and Bobby Gucci. All right. So we're going to start here. Mollie, are you ready to go?
Yep.
All right. Here we go. So final round, round number 3. And we start with category 6, Mollie. And you chose the Star Wars Underworld. The Star Wars Underworld.
Underworld. Wow, it's the first
In
time I've ever
Solo,
heard that.
a Star Wars story. Darth Maul tells Kira to meet him on which planet?
Dathomir.
Dathomir.
Dathomir is correct for 2 points. Mollie takes a lead, and Andrew now, Mark, will get to category number 7. Category number 7.
That is correct. And Andrew, for your 2-point question to tie things back up, you chosen The Force Awakens. And your question: what actor plays Resistance pilot Snap Wexley?
Greg Grumberg.
Big
Yeah,
Star
I
Wars
would've
fan,
got that.
probably watching right now. Hi, Greg.
That is correct. All right, so tie game again. And now Mollie chose category number 10. Category number 10. Mollie, Return of the Jedi is the next one. The Emperor tells Luke an entire legion of what awaits his friends on the forest moon of Endor?
My best. Entire legion of.
5, 4,
Repeat.
3. First one. The Emperor tells Luke an entire legion of what awaits his friends on the forest moon of Endor?
Best stormtroopers. It's the legion. Best
5,
officers.
4.
His best men.
Oh, looking for his best troops. Best troop. Incorrect. So we're going to bounce to Andrew, who will get his 3 to try to take the lead here. And Andrew chose category number 11.
That's right. He went 7-11
So I
for
said stormtroopers
obvious reasons.
first.
Andrew, if you get this one correct, you have a
And then I said
3-point lead,
officers.
and you're going to force
Lead
Mollie Damon to
orders,
hit
right,
her
it's just
5 point.
troops.
You
think it's a
have
legion, though.
spun/chosen the category of Who Said It? These are Star Wars quotes and quotables. And your query is: in Solo, a Star Wars story, which character said, "I don't like it, I don't agree with it, but I accept it"?
Lando Calrissian.
Lando Calrissian.
Christian, Andrew Dimalanta has taken a 3-point lead, and now Mollie Damon has to hit her 5-pointer to stay in the match.
Mollie Damon has to hit this. If she hits it, she
His
forces
was a lot
Andrew to hit
easier
his
than
5.
hers.
However, if she misses it, Andrew Dimalanta will go to the finals to await either Laura Kelly or Andres Cabrera. Mollie, you chose category 17 for your 5-pointer. Vehicles, weapons, and technology. Here you go. What is the name of the Nebulon B escort frigate that Luke gets his wounds tended to on following his fight with
The
Vader
Nika.
in The Empire Strikes
The
Back?
Nika. The Nika. The Nika. The Nika.
The Liberty.
And your winner, advancing to the
Wow.
final, Andrew the Hunter Dimalanta. We
Alright, I got 19 for 26, missed 7 for 73%, and that's all the questions. Didn't really take points. Alright, yeah, I missed One that I shouldn't have in the first round. One that I didn't even think of looking up. Andrew Dimalanta went too fast for me to even really know if I would have got the 3 that I missed in his. Pretty sure I would have missed him, but I could have pulled him because I knew him. Did good in Mollie's round because she took her time and gave me time to answer. Can't believe I missed that last one too. That was a deep cut. Getting better.